Hey everybody, how do? I'm here in Mount Airy. I just stopped by one of my favorite places, the Mount Airy Inn, for my breakfast for dinner, as I often do. And you know, as I keep saying lately, the light is just magnificent. We're just about at sundown here, and I just thought we'd take a little quick walk down the main street. In fact, I kind of wish I got out here just a little bit earlier, but I was busy stuffing my face, so sorry. But I was hungry, and so today was the day. I always, you know, try to do a couple shoots when I make a trip. Today was the day when I went to York, Pennsylvania, you know, just across the border just a little bit, just across the Mason-Dixon, and mostly for the reason of visiting the awesome South County Brewing Company, which I very much loved. And so I meant to hit something else there in town, and it was closed, the this market that they've got, and the market was closed, so I just kind of walked around, took a short video of the downtown area in York. Beautiful place, beautiful buildings and stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna go in here, but can't really see much. I just figured I'd take a walk down the street here and give folks a look at the wonderful and historic Mount Airy. For those of you who have never been down here, so that's the VFW. And yeah, you know, just see what we can see. I'm not super familiar with some of these shops and stuff. You know, I really like Sykesville, and it's a little closer to my home, but Mount Airy is very charming. I will say that's the main street here has slightly fewer shops and restaurants than some other old town areas that you might be familiar with, or that I might have shown you guys, such as Old Ellicott City and historic Sykesville. But that's not to say it's not worth coming down here. They're just, I think, is just, look at this building. It's just so great. It's like a shotgun brick building. I'm not sure if this was formerly a home or not, or townhome for a couple folks. But you know, it's not to say it's not worth coming down here, and I don't mean to give the impression that there are there's a utter lack of cute boutique shops and restaurants, because there are. It's just a little bit different flavor. It's a very old town, and I think, you know, one plus that I like about Mount Airy is, compared to some of the other places that I mentioned, is that some of the other places that I mentioned in specific, not to bash them, but Old Ellicott City, that place has become so political. It pretty much keeps me away from that place now. I really don't enjoy going there that much anymore, as much as I used to, because when I first moved to the Baltimore Howard County area, it wasn't nearly as political as it has become since the Great Reset, since 2020, and of course, you know, as everybody knows, events that have transpired since then, it has become extremely political, and it's not really for me anymore. It's not to say that I hate it. It's not to you know, I'm not bashing it. For some people, it's still great. For me, it kind of, you know, has rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, and I kind of gravitate more towards Sykesville these days, and other places that are not as political still, and that have kept their character and their integrity intact, if you will, and not completely sold out to the whims of the government or of the county or what have you. One thing about Mount Airy here is that there's a lot of that there are more antique shops than some of the other places. You know, again, Sykesville and Old Ellicott City and some of these other historic areas in Maryland have a few more, I don't want to say higher end, but kind of specialty boutique shops and stuff. And there are a couple of these down here on the street, on the main street, but they have a little more, just again, kind of old-fashioned antique shops and such, if you will. But you know, there's a decent little mix. Just give you some window shots here. Come in, we're awesome. That's cute, you know. So not to Maryland, you know, the bay and stuff. Here's a antique shop there. This looks cute. This is kind of a more contemporary, or kind of like in the middle, down the middle of the road, gift shop and if you will, or arty kind of gift shop. Oh, you got a restaurant here, Old Town Restaurant. I've never been here. I've never been in there. In fact, it doesn't, I don't know if it's open or not, or still in business. It's hard to say. Didn't really look like there was anyone in there. Deja Vu tuxedo rental and boutique over here. So lots of formal wear and some real pretty dresses for the ladies there, and tuxes for the guys. Mount Airy Commons, this I think is a pretty good shop, and they're open, but I'm not going to go in. Lord knows they're probably playing music anyhow, and I'll get in trouble with copyright with YouTube. But this is a nice independent gift, I don't want to say, you know, souvenir, but gift shop that I think most people would really like. Really cute. The Last Word, here's another one very similar. I think this would appeal to a lot of people. Journals, you know, notebooks, cards, a lot of books in there, which I think is great. It might be more of a bookstore than anything else, but they've got other stuff too. Probably games, puzzles, stuff like that. Let's see here. Tony Pazzo Italian restaurant is coming soon. Catonsville Homes. Well, that's bizarre because we're a little ways away from Catonsville. That's my neck of the woods, of course, but ooh, looks like they got some nice stuff in here. Looks like they got some nice furniture and stuff like that for folks who have nice big single-family homes, which really isn't me, but anyways. Let's see here. Give you guys a screenshot here of a little bit of the history of Mount Airy. Well, I'm gonna have to get closer. So there's paragraph 1. There's paragraph 2. You know, lots of, again, goes back to the railroad, as far as when a lot of these places were settled. There's the building we just passed by, which is now occupied by the state police. Used to be a flat iron building, so that's pretty neat. And here's, I guess, a little map. That's not terribly important. It's in listing of businesses, because it's not that big. You can cover this main street. I don't want to say it's not tiny, but you can cover it a little quicker than, I don't know, maybe some other main streets. But again, I am not here to impugn Mount Airy. I really, really like Mount Airy. I like coming down here. Like I said, I like it because it's kept its character a little bit more. Hasn't gone, you know, just way to the left and you know, don't see silly signs everywhere and whatnot. This over here is really cool. Gonna wrap up in just a couple minutes. This hopefully I can get across the street soon. Cars coming. Here's a mercantile shop. This shop looks really nice. Looks pretty cute. This, oh gosh, come on people, I'm gonna go right now. Ooh. This store is a hobbyist store. If anybody out there likes trains, and you know what, I absolutely know that a lot of folks, I get a lot of hits on my train videos. This store is really, I think this store is like your all-in-one, has anything that you would want. Look back there. I wish I could zoom. Let me try to block, yeah, some glare. This store has virtually anything you could ever need for your model train setup, including the tracks, including the trains, including accessories, doohickeys, you know, anything that you want to add on to your track that you don't already have. I promise you this store has it. Business for sale. Well, you better get down here soon. Last couple times I've been here in the afternoon, they have been open, but they have limited hours. Look here. So that's too bad. I hate to see that. I hate to see that. You know, it stands to reason why somewhere like this is not getting tons of business anymore. I just hate to see that. But if you are into model trains, you should certainly come down to Mount Airy, and if you've got some money, you could buy the place, or see what kind of what kind of deal you might be able to work out there. I'm about to wrap up, guys. I think that's about 10 minutes. Right across the street there. Ooh. little loud. Right across the street there's a historic B&O B&O car, like you know, we have in Sykesville and like we have in Old Ellicott City. Now across here is actually a pharmacy, but this was the part of the actual railroad depot. So this is really neat. It's neat that they preserved it, and you know, it's a pharmacy now, but the building is still standing, and it's you know, like a lot of other historic buildings, it's beautiful, just beautiful. There it is, Mount Airy, and right over there you've got Liquidity Aleworks, a small brewery, which I think has really good beer. I've got to stop in there, but you know, one thing that discourages me is like so many other breweries, they don't have their own food, and they have if you can see over there, a darn food truck. So you gotta get off your bar stool and walk out there and get yourself a pizza or a hamburger or something. Anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up now. Hope you enjoyed this little tour of Mount Airy. Maybe we'll do some others down here when the weather warms up. It's pretty chilly right now, but I will see you guys later.